I'm Ben.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason, and this is Hometown Has-Beens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens, episode 40.
40.
That seems like a big number.
Yeah.
That's 40 weeks. I mean, we missed one here or there. It took a couple weeks.
Dude, if you did a fast for every day, we've done
An episode.
that would be a 40-day fast.
And that is a long fast.
Yep. Jesus did it one time or multiple times. I don't know.
And I've never come close.
Oh, no.
I haven't fasted for a day.
I haven't either.
That's something that's just you like. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're getting to the point where you need to, but
Yeah.
me and you used to be Brian and me. We don't. We
Yeah.
need like the opposite of a fast.
We need to eat for the Lord.
We need to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for listening as always, folks. It's just me and Ryan. You know,
Yep.
the better half of the has-beens.
Better half, baby.
Just holding it down.
Yep.
Anyways, you've been with us for 40 episodes, so we're closing in
40.
on a year.
Yep.
And we wanted to start doing something special for that. We'll probably do a big 1 year celebration
Yeah.
episode where it'll be all four of us. We'll make sure of that
Yeah.
and some big deal.
Yeah.
But leading up to that, we've put out on Instagram and other social media at this point, and I'll probably do it more than once. We put a phone number that you can call. And it's neither one of our personal numbers, guys. It's not anybody's personal number. It's a Google Voice number. You can all get one, whatever.
Yep. Yep.
But just call it, leave us a message, whether it's a question for us, just a comment about you've enjoyed the pod or maybe you hate the pod or some story you want to share. If you've got your own story that you think's pod worthy, just leave a message. Let us hear it. We'll play back some of our favorites on the podcast in the future here before we get to the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
And we'll respond to your questions and all that good stuff.
And I don't know how long the limit is, but we love to hear your stories too.
Yeah, I mean,
stories.
as if you were sitting here in a chair
Yeah.
with us, and we told some silly story about our kids, and then you had a story about when you were a kid. Like,
Yeah. Like what's the 5 stories you go to?
yeah, give us your number one story.
Yeah.
Family friendly story that you can go to.
Family friendly. Yes.
Because we will. I mean, we're going to listen to all of them,
Sure.
but not all of them's going to be on the podcast. But hopefully yours will.
Yeah.
But it can't be if you don't leave us a voicemail. So
Right.
do that.
Yeah. Do it. Do it to it.
Yeah, the voicemails, dude. Things have changed so much.
Yeah.
Like dude, I saw a thing the other day. We're the last generation
Okay.
that remembers life before the internet.
Yeah, dude. So that's kind of fortunate though.
We're in a weird limbo.
Yeah,
we're tech savvy for the most part.
right. I'm starting to fall behind though.
Yeah. But it's like we remember. Like who has an analog clock? I can read one, but why do I need one in my house? Are there analog clocks in houses still?
I don't think so, unless it's like a fancy watch.
That's a watch.
No. I'm talking about like. I don't think you wear your. Do you wear your smartwatch to a
wedding
dress up situation?
Yeah, no, you wear your fancy watch.
You wear your fancy.
But I'm
watch.
talking about on the wall or like standing grandfather clock.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't think. Do they still teach little kids to read a clock?
I should ask my little kid.
You should ask.
You should ask your little kid. No, he's not there yet.
Yeah, he's not there yet. Yeah.
I think no, they do. Graceland learned it. Yeah.
Okay. I think they forget.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I
think they forget.
and it's also at a weird time where like I think it's before multiplication. So
yeah. Okay.
like once you figure out multiplication
Then
and
it's
count
easy.
by fives, like
Yeah.
you know
it's
what I mean?
easy. Yeah.
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 But anyways, that was
Yeah.
weird. Sorry.
That
Was it lead anywhere?
I
It's
don't
just
know.
weird. Like there was a whole thing that everyone had.
Yeah.
Like you had to have an analog
Yeah.
clock.
Yeah.
And then the digital clock came out, and I'm sure a lot of people were batting their eyes. Psh,
Yeah.
that'll last. That's just a fad.
Yeah, dude, but like I don't know if our generation could handle or not our generation. I don't know that the new generation or our generation could handle a world just full of analog clocks where you got to multiply by 5 and stuff all the time.
Well, it's either that or memorization.
Well, yeah.
You can just memorize it.
Back, man, that previous generation
It was different.
built different.
Yeah, speaking of, that's a perfect segue. So my great-grandfather, he lived into his 90s. Funny story. I don't know if I've told this on the pod or not. I mean, this is episode 40, guys. I'm starting to forget stuff.
For real.
He had dementia, so
Yeah.
maybe I do as well.
I know how dementia works. I've
yeah.
had my interactions with dementia.
Yeah. But anyways, he told the story a lot, or I don't guess he told it a lot. I heard the story that of him and my great grandmother getting married, and they were like, there was like a 6-year age gap or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's like 21,
Okay.
she's 15 when they get married.
Yep.
And they went across the state line to South Carolina and got married.
Yep.
Okay. But when they got to the state line, he made her get out of the car with her friend, and they walked across because he didn't want to be charged with kidnapping.
What?
Isn't that a weird thing?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then obviously for, we do have some young people listen.
Yeah. Don't do that.
These
were different times.
back then. That
was normal.
That was
like
pretty.
15 was a married age.
Yeah. It was a lot more common back
And
then.
and they both lived into their 90s and were married for like 70 something years.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and like parents, it's just different.
Well, and their parents knew. All their parents
that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't like a runaway situation.
Yeah.
It was just a funny story that may not be true.
Well, there was only like 6 people in the whole state.
That's not true.
So,
but anyways, the story I was thinking of, so my grandfather, again, in his 90s when he passed away, so he would have been born in like the 30s.
Yeah.
So, coming off of your parents going through the Depression and all that good stuff. And he wasn't in World War II.
Wait, he was how old?
In his 90s.
He was born before the 30s.
Yeah, he's in the 20s then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So he, his parents.
So he lived through the Depression, but he was a
it was
kid,
like the upside of it, I would think.
Okay.
Because the Depression, 1920, 1919?
Yeah,
something
well,
like
it was
that.
the Roaring 20s, and then the Depression was in the 30s.
Oh, that's right.
So he was
stock market crash was late 20s.
Yeah, so he was in the stock market crashes in 1929.
29, not
Yeah.
19. Yeah, so he lived through the Depression, right? No, I don't know though.
Well, if he
you
was
don't
90
need you don't
something-
need my family history. All right, he wasn't in World War II. I know that.
That was in the 40s.
Yeah, but if he was born in the 20s, he'd have been old enough for World War II.
Okay, so he was probably
maybe late 20s.
Okay,
Late
all right.
20s.
Yep, we're getting
That would have been. He's maybe 91 when he died. I think it was around 2019. So that'd been like 21.
Yeah. We got it. Yeah,
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, now that you followed along for the math and the history and all that, we're missing Ben. He would have just shot us down real quick, and set us straight.
Yeah.
Told me when my great grandfather was born.
Yeah. He's researched it.
But yeah, he's got an aerial
Photo of his house.
of his home. But so when he told me this story, and again, he had dementia. He told me the story every time he saw me there towards the end. And I just sat there like I'd never heard it every time. And just it was really cool.
Yep.
But when he was a kid, he lived in a little mill town in New Holland. He lived there when he died and his whole life.
Yeah.
I don't know if he grew up there, but probably.
Yeah.
So there was a kid in the neighborhood who was disabled physically, like he was in a wheelchair or something, and his bedroom was upstairs in a house.
Okay.
So he never came down, and he couldn't come down and play, but he'd see them outside playing and stuff. So my great grandpa, being the nice person that he was,
right,
he would shoot a rubber band into that window for that kid to catch and shoot back.
Okay.
And then he'd run out of the yard, and get it and shoot it back. It's like a game. He was like including him. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Really inclusive. And then the kid shoots it from the window. It goes into the street. My grandpa runs out to get it and gets hit by a car. Yeah. It's the first car he ever saw. That last part wasn't true, but it'd be funny though. Like, you ain't even thinking about about cars.
Dude, that's a terrible story, dude.
And then my grandfather was upstairs shooting rubber bands with somebody else.
Quit playing with it.
No, he was physically disabled then. Oh, I'm just kidding. He walked normal.
Wait.
I mean, for an old man.
That wasn't a joke? Like that? That literally happened?
That happened, except he didn't have to then be the kid.
Dude, I thought that was just a punchline of a joke. That was a true story?
It wasn't the first car he'd ever saw.
Yeah, but like he shot a rubber band back and forth.
He told it to me like 17 times. So
and
if it wasn't true, it was true to him.
And he got
and my grandpa got hit by a car.
He got ran over by a car while he was shooting rubber bands with a kid in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost wonder if the kid did it on purpose.
Maybe he was like, why does this dude always want to shoot rubber bands with me?
He was done. He could have just closed the window.
Yeah. These kids out there like, this is a stupid game. What are we doing?
I'm telling you, hey, but you know what? He was built different because that man worked at J&J Foods for like 50-something years. He had a bunch of plaques on the wall in his house. Him and my great-grandmother both. For like years of service at J&J.
Dude, they would just lock in to like one place.
And just stay.
It
wouldn't matter if they liked it or not.
Yeah, and that's what, like, so I took a tour of Mount Vernon Mills with my grandfather. It's like a reunion, like a...
Yeah, and like Alto?
Thing. Yeah. He worked there forever. So we're going, so he needs somebody to go with him, so I go with him. And we're walking through the place, and like everyone else is wearing hard hats and like eye cover.
Hard hats?
Yeah, eye cover, and then I think we had everybody. No, maybe they didn't have hard hats on, but they had eye coverings and the earplugs, right?
Yeah.
This
that
place
makes
is
sense.
so
like
loud.
Safety glasses and earplugs.
Yeah. We're just walking.
Eye coverings? Who calls safety glasses?
Did I say that? Did I say eye coverings?
Eye masks.
Eye mask. Eye mask. Oh man. But like we're just walking through there. I'm pretty sure we wasn't supposed to be there, but my grandpa had a way that a place that he was comfortable with. He felt like
he owned it.
Yeah, like if he were in the CIA, then there would be no like document that wouldn't be unclassified to him. Like he just thinks I get every document because I talked to someone at the CIA one time.
Yeah,
that was he. So we're walking through there. And I remember my grandfather being like, spending many years over here. Boy, it's a good place, ain't it? And I'm walking through there, and I decided that day to go to college because I didn't want to. It was so loud.
It was like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, there's no windows. I was like, but Papa, man, he was like, this is a good place, Ron. You need to find you a job.
Dude, what's
working
funny,
like this.
So my mom's dad, not great-grandfather, but my grandfather, he worked at Mount Vernon too.
Yeah.
He probably knew.
It's a big employer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in our area, absolutely.
Yeah.
But and I found the other day, like Mount Vernon gave him like this little tape measure with their logo on it that said like 5 years of accident-free service or something like that.
Yeah.
But
dude.
1 year for a bonus, he got a bonus of like, I don't know, like it wasn't even $1. It was like 12 cents or something, and he kept it. Just to throw their books off just a little bit. He never cashed it.
That is awesome. I love that's like, just finding a way to stick it to the guy.
Yeah.
Like, stick it to the man.
Like just standing on principle.
Standing on principle. I ain't doing this.
I'm telling. Here's another one of my great grandpa, the one that got hit by a car.
Please.
So he was like, I say he was married like 70 years, something like that. It was crazy, maybe over 70.
Yeah.
They didn't quite make it to 80 years before he passed, but
yeah.
They were in like a grocery store or something, him and my great grandmother, and one of my uncle's friends came up and recognized her, saw her, and was talking to her. Was like, hey, gave her a hug, and he came walking up, and he was like, "Don't you be hugging my wife!" And he didn't know the guy. He was like ready to fight. At like 70 years old, he was like, "Get your hands off my woman!"
Yes,
and she was like, you know who that is?" And he's like, "I don't know him. He don't need to talk to you."
Dude, I want to be that guy.
One day, man.
One day, I've said this so many times. Once you get to a certain age, you just get to do whatever you want.
Yeah,
and everybody's just like, he's old.
Yeah, analog clocks are going out of style.
Analog clocks are good.
That and those porcelain statues of cats.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing my great grandparents' house right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Did they have a portrait of Jesus?
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dude,
and they had
that's
the family
another one.
photo.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
the what is it? Something Mills, Olive Mills, or something.
I don't remember.
There's some company that
Yeah.
Olin Mills, something like that. They go around to churches and stuff. Do
yeah,
directories.
getting
A church directory, not a thing. Not a thing anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't need that. Also, just getting a picture made back then, big deal.
Yeah,
like big deal.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you had to do stuff.
Now all the pictures of me are like eating food when my
Yeah.
toddler just snaps a picture. It's real blurry.
Not or I like the ones that I'm like looking at my phone and it's just of my kid's forehead because apparently they can't figure out how to take a selfie. Well,
they can't figure out how to turn it back around. Is the thing.
And my kids got big foreheads. It's just a whole blob of forehead.
Dude, we saw a few. You know, in the iPhone they got the live photos, so it like records a little bit of action before the picture
it's got a
too.
little,
So Inslee's like, you'll see her. It's just funny, dude.
Yeah, and it's like I always. I don't know, that aggravates me. I'm like, I took the picture I wanted. Stop trying to make it better. Just stop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on like my phone.
Yeah, and it takes up more storage. Fun fact. So turn that off on your iPhones if you want more storage.
Stupid.
If you need more than a terabyte, or however much they have.
Yeah, those people from back then, they were just so much tougher.
Oh, that's why they lived so long.
Yeah, just tough. Like
they saw it all. There was never a story they heard and they're like, I've never heard of. They'd be like, so what?
It's like
your worst day to them would be like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry,
dude. They like
I got hit by a car.
So your great grandfather lived through Depression, war, almost World War One, but definitely World War II, Vietnam, wars, Korean, like
9/11, everything.
And right now, like we
lived through TikTok being down for a day.
Yeah, freak out. Like we're. I walk outside and I smell pollen. I'm like, I gotta go back inside. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Right.
I can't do this.
See, if the power goes out,
shoot.
If the power goes out and your phone's dead, forget it. You don't know what time it is ever because you don't have an analog clock.
Not even just like the internet.
Yeah.
Just the internet going down.
How do I spell facetious?
Facetious. We have to.
Alexa, we can't even spell it to type.
They had to like. Can you imagine having to spell on your own? Those people had to spell on their own.
That's why the traveling encyclopedia salesman was a thing.
It was a thing, dude.
They'd be like, hey, you want... You
Can you imagine being a book salesman right now? Like where you travel?
Dude, now you can just... Yeah, that's crazy. That is not a thing anymore. Traveling salesman is not a thing anymore. It's not safe.
Yeah.
Like people... Number one, like... Back in the day, they just let any random person come into their house, and then the 60s and 70s hit, and like they started realizing like people are murdering people, and they're like maybe we shouldn't do that. So they'd still let them come on the porch. Yeah. And so now
this swing.
But now you got Ring doorbells. You talk to them through that, and you're like, I don't want it.
Yeah, dude.
Now like, this is your pack. You ordered it. I'm just here dropping it off.
Dude, nowadays, like if someone comes to my house, I just assume they're a weirdo. Like, dude, I do. Why else would you be there?
I always act like I'm not home.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone knocks on my door, I'm like, there's no.
Yeah.
You're unannounced.
Yeah, dude.
Knocking on my door.
Yeah. If you're, and like,
it's not a grocery delivery. Shout out Kevin Gaines.
I'm sure there's people out there that, use this to their advantage. But like, if you come to my house and you're not from Amazon, you're either trying to win me over to your religion or trying to murder me. Those are the only two scenarios that I can think of where you would show up to my house and I don't know you.
That's a pretty good like rule of thumb. Just assume.
Yeah, just assume.
They're trying to convert you.
Conversion or murder.
Assassination. So there you go.
Oh, man. They're either trying to win you so you can go to, I don't know, is it heaven? I don't
know?
I don't know the rules.
Of other religions.
Yeah, I don't know the rules. Let's just assume. So they're either trying to show you how to get to their perception of what you should do to get to heaven, or they're trying to send you to heaven that day. Those are the only two choices.
Yep.
So don't answer the door for people you don't know.
And don't go to people's houses that you don't know.
Yeah, dude.
Cell phones have fixed a lot of the reasons people would. Like, you broke down, hey, I need you to help me call a record service. No, you don't. You got a phone. I don't have a phone. Well, I'm sorry. I have a policy of not answering the door.
I have a confession on this.
All right.
There was a guy that walked up my driveway one time, and I saw him. Now, I don't think he was trying to do anything because he had a reflective jacket on. I don't feel like you sneak around in a reflective jacket, right?
Yeah, seems like
or like a vest,
legit.
like a reflective vest. But I see him. It's nighttime. So I'm already, I'm a newlywed. Okay. So as a new husband,
you're protected.
You
got to show that you're the man of the house.
I'm the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So dude's walking up my driveway because my dog barks. So I walk outside and I see him in his reflective vest.
Right.
I said, "Hey, who are you?" And he goes, I'm just trying to get some water. I said, "You need to go back where you came from." He said, "I just need some water." I said, "I got a 9mm that says you don't." That's a true story. That is exactly.
What did he do?
He said, "All right." And he turned around and left.
Hey, good call on his part.
Yeah. Then I called the cops. I was just going to make sure, just layers of don't come to my house.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? Who are you? I just need some water. Like, who is going to my house to get water?
Yeah, that's a long driveway.
That's not happening.
There's a church right there. I go to the church.
You know what? Looking back, no, he was a weirdo. No way you're coming to my house to get water.
There's plenty of public places for that.
Yeah. Dude, I was locked and loaded, though. I was locked and chambered. I'm talking about it was chambered.
He was ready.
I had the safety on, though.
That's good.
I did have the safety on.
Practice.
Yeah. Gun safety.
Gun safety course.
Yeah.
Gun safety course. Take one.
I'm not sure how close he would have had to have gotten for me to actually pull the trigger.
I'm going to say 10 feet.
10 feet? Oh, but that's outside. I don't know the rules. I don't know. I can't.
Stand your ground.
10 feet.
I don't know.
After multiple warnings, like, dude, you're.
No, I'm saying for you to hit him, you wouldn't be able to hit him. Outside of 10 feet.
I thought you meant like. You're probably right.
Oh man,
you're probably right. So but yeah, dude, I was locked and loaded. I felt good too. I felt good about it. I was like, I went in there back in the house with my chest poked out. Like
you said, I took care of it.
I took care of it, baby. Don't you worry. Man. I got this. And she's like, what were you gonna do?
I did it.
I did it.
I yelled.
I ran that guy off. Ran him off. So if that was you and you didn't have any ill intentions and you happen to listen to this podcast, I'm not sorry, but like,
don't do that.
I hope you got some water.
Yeah, I
do. I probably could have handled it differently, but
it's better be on the safe side.
Yeah, new husband. I was, marking my territory.
There you go.
Ain't no stray dogs around here.
Shout out Chitwood.
Yep. Oh man.
Oh man. All right. You guys know what that means. Topic change.
Topic change.
Change the topic, Ron.
All right. So, I, on several podcasts, or maybe a couple podcasts ago, I started doing this Confessions of a Loving Father.
I think you did it one time.
I did it one time, but now
you didn't start doing it.
Well, I self-proclaim this as a new thing that we do.
Okay. So now it is.
Yeah. So now I've got a new Confession of a Loving Father.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. So sometimes when my kids aren't listening, I don't feel like the punishment that I can offer at that given moment is bad enough to make them really remember the lesson.
When they're not listening.
When they're not listening, or they're
they do something that you said not do.
Yeah, continuously.
Okay, yeah.
Like not a situation where they do one thing. Like I'm talking about, like they haven't been listening to me as all well day. As I think all day. Or when I tell them to do something, they take forever, and they've been doing that all day. Or they've had just a little bit of a smart mouth, and it's one of those situations where, corporal punishment don't feel like quite the right answer.
Okay.
So what I do is I create a scenario where they really want to do something. And I know they're not going to listen, or I'm going to tell them to do something and they're going to do it anyway. And then I can just snatch that from their hopes.
So
and
you
dreams.
tell them a fake, like, oh, well, we were going to go to the park.
Yes.
Or you say, hey, we're going to go to the park later, knowing they're going to lose it?
No, I go further than that. I'll give you the most recent example. I go further than that.
This is not like a spur of the moment thing. Like, this is like you plan this.
Both.
Okay.
But usually it's a spur of the moment when I realize, like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
So the other day, we have been one of those days.
Right.
And kids have been complaining, and I just, something that probably don't warrant
like a spanking. Like you just being a little, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a little moody, whatever.
Moody.
So I'm like, hey, y'all want some ice cream? They're like, yeah. Can we go to Dairy Queen? I'm like, yep. Let's go get in the car. I load up my whole family in the car, knowing good and well there's zero chance we're getting this ice cream. Zero.
How do you know?
Because they're not going to listen. So we get going down the road. One thing I hate is chanting. I don't mind singing. Chanting. Don't like chanting.
What?
Don't.
What are they chanting?
I don't know. They'll just chant stupid stuff all the time. Like, they'll go like, I don't even know what this means, so if it's terrible, I don't. Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Like, I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Stop saying that. That's chanting.
Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Oh, dude, I want to go into your classroom one day now and just interrupt it and go, Sigma boy, Sigma boy.
They make me so mad.
What does it mean? Are we saying something bad?
I don't know.
Hold on. I need to, let me check this.
You got to look it
before
up.
we go any further in this story. Sigma boy.
Sigma boy. So we're learning some, I guess, kid jargon today. Kid slang.
Oh, independent man.
Okay. That's
self-assured and successful.
All right. Well, my kids like to chant that. I have no idea why.
It's got to be like on a video or something.
I'm sure it is. Or, kids have saying it at school or something.
So, okay. Finish your story because I've got more questions.
So we're going to Dairy Queen, right?
They think you're going to.
Yeah, so they think we're going to Dairy Queen. I know good and well we're never going to get there before they screw up.
Okay.
Right? So we get going down the road. The chanting starts.
Sigma boy, Sigma boy.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep, just like that. 2 of them, as loud as I can. I've got the baby. I got all 3 kids.
The baby's saying it?
No. He's not saying it.
I was about to say, he's a genius.
I've loaded my whole family up. We're going down the road. I say, hey, I better not hear any more chanting. 2 seconds. Hayden, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Then Rylan, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. I'm turning this car around. Y'all don't get any ice cream because you don't know how to listen.
So that was your plan the
whole time.
So had they been, I guess, not listening all day?
Right.
It was like, Ryan, this is maniacal.
Oh, I know. But dude, it is as if like they really were excited about that ice cream, which is the point. And I just ripped it away from them. Like with no mercy. Just turned the car around, gone, right back home.
Man.
Yeah.
Did Allison know this was the plan?
No.
She knows now.
Yeah, she knows now. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You just told it.
I'll lie to her. Oh, shoot.
There you go.
I'm just kidding, Allison. I don't lie to you. But how would you know, really? I mean,
she would have to listen.
This could be a lie too.
No, it's not a lie. This is real. That's so, dude. That's next level.
Yeah, dude. Like, and you know what? And you listen. Those of you who are listening and judging me, it works.
Does it?
Yes, dude.
So then what? The rest of the day they're golden.
Yeah. So then the next time, like, like they'll be like. So if anytime there's like an event coming, they know that I will take it away. Even if it's an event that I'm probably not going to take away. They know I will Because I didn't want to go get ice cream anyway.
No, that's why you made up the fake prize.
Yeah.
Dude,
and so and honestly, the rest of the night, they were just so good.
I don't know if that's good parenting.
And we had a good time.
I mean, but it got results.
It gets results. Sometimes you just need to make, you have to create an incentive good enough to amplify the punishment.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude. Parenting is a mind game.
It is, and I don't know. That's a different kind of mind.
Now you're making me think of
some
Psycho.
Folks at Stanford or Harvard that would love to just conduct an experiment that Ryan comes up with here.
Yeah, dude.
So my wife's stepdad, he did something similar, except they had a trip.
Oh yeah,
they were on their way to Disney.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure they were in Florida.
No.
They'd gotten that far, and the son was doing something or whatever. I don't know if it's I don't know, but he said, "You know what? Okay," and turned around and drove all the way home. The whole family lost Disney because of him.
Oh my God! See, that's worse. I think that's more not worse. Not worse. I respect that. I respect the commitment.
That's standing on principle,
that's
baby.
Standing
just
on
like
principle,
we're talking about.
Holding children to expectation.
Yeah.
You know, but I also think he didn't want to go. I'm just saying. Like, he didn't want to go.
Why would he pay that much money to just drive? And then it's not like he got a refund.
Dude. I mean, I don't know. He didn't go. They didn't go the rest of the week.
They've gone so many times. So I think he enjoys it. No, the trip was over. They did not go on that trip.
They didn't go on that trip. I got all the way to Florida.
I mean, he's a Disney Vacation Club member. He probably would call him and was like, hey, just bump this back.
Either way, though, I don't care. Like
that's crazy. That's a long ride.
That is a long ride, and then you got to ride back. Like,
yeah.
No, I respect that.
I've threatened to take away stuff I ain't gonna take away.
Yeah. See, I don't do the like it if I don't. So like Allison will be like, hey, I don't want to throw her, but like I don't do the fake threat.
Oh, it's.
I know sometimes it's just like we got to survive through it.
Here's the thing. So it's like. If Graceland, and she'll probably be embarrassed if I say this, but you know, she's a kid. Every kid's gonna have attitude or whatever. If I've had enough of it, and I say, hey, so Graceland, don't be embarrassed. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
And I say, all right, well, look, she's supposed to stay at her grandparents' house.
Right.
I'm not gonna take that away. That's a break.
Yeah.
If the kids get to go to grandparents, that's a break for me.
Yeah,
I don't want to take that away.
Yeah, dude. No, we don't.
So I do the whole like, look, if you don't stop. I'm gonna take this away. Usually it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't, and then she calls my bluff. Yeah. Maybe she's better at this game than me.
I say I've literally taken that away before.
Man, you are committed.
No, yeah, no. I
and
just,
that was like, but it's worse for you.
Oh, I know. But I'm big.
Not that we just want to get rid of our kids, but sometimes you need a break.
Yeah.
Guys. Y'all all understand.
I'm big on precedent. Like I'm big on precedent.
Yeah. Right now, we're setting a precedent in my house.
You know.
You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
So
I do.
So Inslee's 3.
Okay.
And for a long time, like she was good about sleeping in her bed.
Uh-huh.
Well, then I think maybe it was over a break. Maybe it was, I don't know when this started, but she started falling asleep in our bed.
Yeah.
And then we'd take her to her bed.
Yeah. Do the carry back.
Yeah. And that's fine. But then she started like waking up in the middle of the night and just walking back to our bed. Yeah. And she's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
So it's like dark in the house. She don't care. She walks all the way from one end of the house to the other, climbs in our bed.
Yep.
Stays asleep. No big deal.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're like trying to get her back to that, staying in her bed all night.
Yeah.
Well, she did the other night, and that was good.
Good.
But it didn't last. She's back in the bed, didn't.
Yep.
And honestly, it doesn't bother me.
Yep.
What bothers me is what she started doing now. When she wakes up like that, she thinks, I need to eat something. Uh-huh. Because, I don't know, I guess in her mind, like, I need a snack.
Yeah.
And she'll eat like a Z-bar, or she'll take like 2 bites of a Z-bar and then fall asleep. And then it's like, I got to eat the rest of the Z-bar. I'm not going to waste it.
Waste it. It's
but,
un-American.
So we kind of scaled back our Z-bar purchases so she'd stop eating so many.
Yeah.
But the other night, she wakes up, gets in her bed. I think she's going back to sleep.
Right.
And she whispers to me, Daddy, I want a bar. And I was like, okay, so I kind of I'm like, okay, let's just rest.
Yep.
And I kind of, pat her.
Do a little pat. Yep.
And then she waits a minute and says, Daddy, give me a bar. And I was like, okay, just a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I can get her to wait for a minute, she'll fall back asleep. Then she says, Dad, get me a bar. So it's 2:00 in the morning.
Busted you with
We don't have any Z bars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't have any. Then she demands chicken nuggets.
Golly.
To the point, she will not. And I'm like, we can't eat chicken nuggets. It's 2 a.m. She's like, I can't read a clock. I don't care. She doesn't say that, but
that'd be awesome.
She's like, I've never even heard of an analog clock. Digital doesn't help. But anyways, so obviously that's not getting through to her. So she's like, just fussing at us, like, give me a bar or give me chicken nuggets. And finally, I'm like, all right, fine. All right, I'll go make some chicken nuggets.
Dude, at 2 a.m.?
I went and made chicken nuggets. But
gosh.
As soon as I left the room, Anna was like, it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, dude. She flipped a switch. And she didn't call me dude. I said, that's...
You just threw that out there?
Yeah. She's like, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Because as soon as I walk out of the room, she leans over to Anna and just gives her a big old kiss on the cheek. But I think that was her way of saying, hey, Mom, I see your ways. Yeah. God, you fuss at him enough, he'll get it done.
Man, that is wild.
But to her defense, I made 3 chicken nuggets.
Okay.
She ate 2 of them.
Okay.
And so maybe she was hungry. Yeah. But now I feel like every night's going to be a battle like that.
Dude, do y'all fight the food thing? Is the food thing a fight with y'all?
What do you mean?
Like the kids, getting them to eat this thing before they get this thing and blah, 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 blah.
Graceland's at the age now, no. Eventually they grow out of that.
Man.
She's 11. She knows that if I want that popsicle, I'll just eat some of this. It'll be fine.
Dude.
So Inslee, on the other hand.
You fight the fight, don't you?
Yeah, you negotiate. Yeah. I'm like, look, you got to eat your supper and then you can go get a popsicle. Yeah. She's like, I'm not hungry. I was like, all right. So then I'll take out a couple. I'm like, all right, well, don't eat this, but you got to eat these 2.
Yeah.
She's like, nah. And then it's down to just eat that.
Yeah. She's
like, nah. She holds her ground and she's just better at the mind game, dude. She just holds out. I just give her what she wants. It's just, it's unfair, probably.
No, dude, I have a theory about this that I'm going to test.
Okay.
I think we should, so, I'm good with my kids having something other than, their main food or
dude,
whatever.
I'm good with my kids having whatever.
Right.
Honestly, I don't care.
Right.
But my wife,
yes.
So I support it.
Yes. We got to be
unless
on
she's not there.
Team mom, unless she's not there.
Because then there's only one team left.
And it's
Chick-fil-A. Every man for himself at that point. So.
Yeah. So, but I have a theory on how to solve this.
Okay.
I haven't tested it.
Has Stanford tested it?
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you should just go ahead, lay out all the things. So, you're good with them having some kind of snack after they eat. Care. So, let's just go ahead and put it all out there. Serve their main dish.
With the snack?
With the snack, but put the main dish, because what are they going to eat first?
The snack.
The snack. Put the main dish in a already, Tupperware glass, something with a lid. That's how you serve it. And when they eat their snack and they say you're good, all right, guys, this on the table is what you have to eat before you get anything else. And go ahead and be like, look, you already have something you like, a little snack. Once that snack's gone, this is what you get. If you don't want it, that's fine. Don't eat. And then,
so you tell them they can eat the snack first?
Yeah.
So then why would they eat the rest?
Because you already laid it out there in front of them, so it's tangible.
Dude, what?
That's
what we do. We lay out the plate and say, eat this.
No. But you're missing what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
You got to be okay with the snack.
I'm okay with the snack.
First.
You think they're going to eat after the snack?
Yes. They get hungry again.
Not right after the snack.
Not right after. That's why you serve it in the
Tupperware. With a glass.
Slap the lid on it. Your next, whatever, like, I don't care. The next time you say you're hungry, we're putting this in the microwave. Okay. You're not, but this is what you had. Now, if you eat everything here, then you can have like something else if you want it. Snack. Yeah. But by that time, dude, because generally they're going to eat, you know, I just don't like playing the, hey, give me 8 bites of this thing.
Yeah.
I don't like playing that game.
Also, who says 8 bites?
I don't know.
That's a lot of bites.
I don't do it. I don't do the thing. I'm just like,
I think normally they say 3.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just like, I don't do the thing, you know. They'll be like, how much do I need to eat? I'm like, that's not my department. When Allison's not there, I don't even fix it for them. Like let's say I go pick something up, I lay the bag on the counter. My kids have to climb things to get to the counter.
Jeez.
And they'll be like, Daddy, where's mine? I'm like, in the bag. Go get it. Like, I'm not fixing this for you.
Come on, Sigma boy. Get up there.
Yeah. Mr.
Self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. But I did read the other day where anything a kid can do, they should do. Like by themselves.
Yeah. I saw something that was like doing something dangerous carefully for a kid is okay.
Oh, dude, Jordan Peterson.
Who?
Jordan Peterson, big believer in that. Canadian guy, philosopher. He's kind of on the...
Is this a person?
Yeah, he's kind of on the political thing now, but he's like a...
Oh, is he, wait. He's Canadian though?
Yeah.
So why do we care about
Because he speaks into a lot of things like going on in the States. Like
as an outsider?
Yeah, like he
wants me to give Canada advice?
No, well, I mean, he really just speaks into like there being like females make less and how there should be equity. Well, he's like, well, there's only like 1% of bricklayers that are female. That he does that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So
I guess that's why I don't know him.
Yeah, but he basically said the same thing. He's like, but his point of view was mama's got to let daddies be daddies.
Oh, okay.
You know, and let them. They might get hurt. They might. But doing dangerous things carefully, it's kind of like a learning process.
Yeah. They're being careful about it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just jumping off the top bunk.
Yeah.
They're like carefully climbing down.
Yeah. But generally, my kids go both ways because I do let them like.
Whatever.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, Pain's
a good teacher.
Pain is a great
dude.
teacher of what not to do.
There may be no better educator than Pain.
Like the other day, we're walking through the back of our land, and it's grown up.
Yeah.
Because, when I was a kid, we go back there a good bit, so we'd had it, and we'd bush hog it and stuff. So
dude, that sounds so cool, walking through the back of our land. I wish I had land to walk through the back of. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's family land, so it's not really mine, but I'm in the family. It counts. Walking through the back of my dad's land.
Okay. Okay.
But I say over and over, hey, what the briars will stick you.
They'll get you.
They hurt.
They'll get you.
Doesn't matter how many times I say it. Now, Inslee did a pretty good job about it. I'll say she didn't want me to carry her. Yeah. 3 years old, walk through briars. Like, that's tough, but she did it. Now, one time she did get poked a little bit because she wanted to grab it and move it.
Yeah,
can't do that.
Nope,
she figured it out the first time. Didn't hurt, no blood, nothing.
Yep,
we were good.
Got to step on it.
So she kept, she would watch me step on it, and she's like, all right.
Yeah, I got this.
But, they're like taller than her, so it's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah. She high stepping through there.
She was, dude. She did a good job. Graceland's better about it now. She does like more of like a ninja approach. Uh-huh. She don't step on it. She avoids.
Oh,
and moves her body around.
Yeah. Contortionist.
It's a lot. There you go. Contortionist.
Yeah. Dude.
It's a lot more efficient to just step on it.
That's, I remember when, I remember being a kid and my mom being like, Ryan, don't, and my dad being like, just let him do it once.
Well, that's like,
it's only going to take once.
When I started, being old enough to like go get the lawnmower from my grandparents and cut our grass.
Yeah.
There's some things on it that are hot.
Yeah, definitely.
And I didn't realize that until I, my leg hit something, or riding a 4-wheeler, same thing. You notice when you don't wear shorts, probably.
Yeah.
It's probably a bad idea.
Probably a bad idea. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Pain is a good teacher.
Dude, I literally had to send my son's teacher like a text real quick because like one day, like when it was cold, he and his mom would have this argument every morning about
wearing shorts,
about wearing a jacket.
Oh, man.
Take a coat. And he'd be like, I don't want this coat as soon as we get outside. And I'm like, listen, son, your mama's going to make you take that coat out of the house. Like, that is happening. I'm not fighting with you about this coat. If you leave it in the car when I drop you out, I'm not fighting with you. I'm not. If you don't want a coat, don't wear a coat. Be cold. That's fine with me. So I text his teacher and it's like, hey, we gave him a coat. He decided to not have the coat. So if he freezes to death out there, you won't hear a word from me.
Did he take the coat the next day?
Nah, she was like, it's too cold to go outside.
But you were trying. You were trying to prove
dude. Yeah. Because I was worried that,
she just think you're just a bad parent.
Well, I was worried about that a little bit. And
if she listens to this, she thinks you're a bad parent.
And them being like, oh gosh, Riley, you don't have a coat. We need to get you a coat. No, I didn't want that scenario either. I wanted him to figure it out.
Probably would have still got him a coat.
Oh, I'm sure they're
better than you.
Yeah, they're good. They care about my children. My kids' teachers care about him probably better than I do. Not more, but better.
Maybe care for them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Better, more caring.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, dude, I just don't fight it. I'm like, hey, let's let him learn his lesson. And if he don't learn his lesson, then he'll just continue to be cold. It's okay.
And you know what someone from my great-grandpa's generation would have said?
What's that?
I'd be proud to have that coat.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes, dude.
Times are different.
Times are different.
Hey, times are different, but you know what's not? This podcast, okay? we're bringing you the same kind of content.
Yep. I mean,
it's not the same content.
Not the same.
We're bringing you new stuff. Same way.
And you can take the little snippets of advice we give, or you can judge us.
Yeah.
Either way is fine.
As long as you keep listening.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. You may think I'm a terrible father. Maybe I am.
I don't know. 2 people on Spotify said you were not. So
there we go. At least 2 people in this world. 3 counting me because I didn't even vote for myself. So
there you go. All right, everybody. That's all we got today. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow us on social media. Subscribe to the podcast, share the podcast, grow the hometown, as Ryan would say. And, like we said, we're closing in on that 1-year mark, which is a big thing for us. And honestly, fun fact, a lot of podcasts don't make it to 1 year. So we're doing better than a lot.
Yeah. So shut up, all you doubters.
Yeah. We're in the top 5% globally, 10% globally, something like that.
Yeah, Mom.
Yeah.
Sheila.
I'm not going to bash Sheila. Sheila's a saint.
I'm sorry. I love you.
But if you want to leave us a message, ask us a question, tell us a story that you want played on the podcast, be sure to call us. It's our Google Voice number. You're not actually going to talk to us. Sorry. But that number is 706-352-9460. 706-352-9460. And if you didn't write that down, you can just go look on Instagram. We posted something about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hey, grow the hometown. Be a part of the podcast. Help us out. And remember,
it's better to be a has-been than it ever was.
Chris Porter didn't learn to tie his shoes until he was 10 years old. See you next week.
The only buck I ever killed, I shot behind a church. Nope. Okay. Stupid. Dumb fact.
Does it sound weird?
I mean, it doesn't to me, but I know how you are. And if there's anything a little bit wrong, you're going to hear it and freak out.
Check.
No, I just got interrupted by checking. Do I need to quit talking? I really do.
Something doesn't sound right. All right, sorry for wasting your time, folks. There was a lot going on in my head.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got this.
Do you want me to do it again? You good?
I don't know. Do you want me to do it again? I can do it again.
We'll do it again. Wait, is that a normal age?
Ryland's 5 and he can't.
Okay, so maybe...
It's a wrap, dude.